Hello guys, good afternoon, good afternoon. So today I want to share how much I actually spent on this road trip. And I know some of you were curious, so I will be sharing. Obviously this is like what I've spent so far, some of the bills, but I won't go through the whole month because obviously the month isn't over yet, but I will share how much I spent for food, for gas, and miscellaneous. So without further ado, here we go. For food, I have like my list here, and I rounded up actually on all of these. So food, gas, and miscellaneous. Okay, let's see. Food ended up being $67. Not bad, right? What I mainly did was have lunch. I would go somewhere and have a quick lunch. Not every day, but mostly I would. And then of course in the morning I would have coffee. So I would go to either a McDonald's, preferably if I found one. If not, then it would be a truck stop or something like that. But I would go have my coffee in the morning. That was my breakfast. Lunch, most days I would go and find somewhere just quick to eat, a quick nice hot bite to eat. And then dinner, most of the time I would do just a sandwich, a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter and banana sandwich, a cheese sandwich, whatever I happen to be able to get more like a single serving. You know, I would go to the grocery store, whatever local grocery store, and if they had like you guys saw on one of my videos where I was able to get like a little strip of cheese, and the same thing, if I can get like a little single serving of ham or cheese or just bologna or whatever the case may be, whatever they have available, if it looks good, I will get it. More than likely, the cheese is my go-to. So I didn't heat it up. I didn't, you guys, I took way too much. Even taking hardly anything, it was still too much. It was still too much. It's true. Like when you go on road trips, it's different if you're living full time, right? But just to take a road trip, a vacation, just a business trip, whatever the case may be, really think about it. You still taking too much, because unless you know you're going to do A, B, and C for sure, like even 80, 90+% of the time, you know you're going to be doing that, then go for it and take it. But like I took a pot, I took the rice cooker, I took the huge Bluetti that I have. What else? I brought with me a Ziploc of oats, jasmine rice. I had saltine crackers. I brought the big jar of peanut butter, which I did use. I bought a huge loaf of the Dave's Killer Bread, and that was delicious. Sandwiches, oh my God, that was so good. What else did I bring? Oh, some cans of the fruit cocktail mix thing. I didn't even eat that. I would just like get whatever fresh fruit. I would buy like an apple, or I would buy a banana. You guys know I love my apples and bananas. Just different fresh fruit like that from the store. And that worked perfectly. That worked so good. I think I just didn't bother cooking only because, I mean, in the back of my mind, this wasn't the main reason, but in the back of my mind, I thought, okay, well, I might not be able to recharge the Bluetti if I drain it way down, if I'm starting to use like the rice cooker or anything like that. So I had that in the back of my mind, but that wasn't the reason why I didn't really cook. The main reason was because I was just tired of driving. I drove pretty far. And you know, when you're driving and you're trying to just get to where you're going, I don't want to stop and cook and clean and do any of that. That's why I also ended up getting paper plates. Even though I brought my my Hello Kitty glass Pyrex bowl, I just figured if the case comes and I'm able to use a microwave, or I'm able to do something, glass is very versatile, so I can, like, you know, it's my bowl, my plate, microwave, storage, whatever, you know. So I brought that with me. But mainly I just used the paper plates and made sandwiches, or just ate the chips. Oh yeah, I brought chips. And then like you guys saw in the video, I bought a little thing of baby carrots also that lasted me like a couple days. I just snack on carrots and like bananas or apples, just handy like hand food type of stuff. What else? That's as far as like eating. You know, I would go to like somewhere fast food and get like a sub sandwich or get a burger or combo meal, something like that. And I think I ended up spending maybe around 15 bucks a day, kind of sort of, when like up to $15, because there's some days that I just bought the coffee and then I had a peanut butter sandwich, and like especially the first few days I brought, you know, enough food for me. I had the bananas, I had the carrot sticks, and you know, I ate off of that, and I didn't really buy but coffee. Like the first stretch of the way, I didn't really buy too much. But then after, you know, I ate that down, and then I would go and like get a fruit or get a snack or veggie, whatever. But yeah, so I didn't spend that much. So $67. And I was surprised that that's all I spent on, as far as food. Like, wow. Well, I made up for it after on Mother's Day. I went out and I had a nice burger and fries and my big old, you know, container of ranch, and that was really yummy. So that was a nice meal out, but that was already like, you know, once I came back. But obviously the road trip, right? So gas, whoo, gas. I have all these different, all this row right here of how many times I fueled up. So I would get to about half a tank. Sometimes it would be up to a quarter of a tank, and then I would fuel up. Just depends, you know, if it was time to have lunch or time for dinner, or I got tired or I needed to use the restroom. If I was going to stop somewhere, then I would just top it off, because you do go through a huge stretch of like desert, no man's land, and to kind of be paranoid as far as like, oh, am I gonna make it? If I go like a quarter of a tank or less, like, it didn't matter. If I had like half a tank, I would just top it off and then, you know, go about my business. So I spent $520 on gas. Yikes. It was a total of almost 3,200 miles that I did. So $520 isn't too bad when you really, you know, break it down. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, like I could live off a whole month with, you know, almost $600 there. But yeah, it was worth it. I needed the trip. It had been, gosh, it's almost been like 5-6 months now since I actually took a trip. I've been in the house since like December, mid-December is when we came into the house, and I hadn't taken any trip or anything. So I was due for a trip, but it was actually like a business trip, and I just made it into more of a vacation for a few extra days. I just kind of combined the business and pleasure, right? But it felt so nice. It felt so nice. But at the same time, I was glad to be able to come back to this house and like lounge and relax and not have to worry about a parking spot. Even though I've gotten really good at kind of eyeballing and seeing during the day, I'll drive a little bit while I'm running errands and, you know, doing what I have to do. I will pay attention to see where you can and cannot park. And sometimes it's a little iffy, like you guys probably know, most of you. But yeah, it's a little iffy. Some places are like, you got to look more residential areas, try to get close to where there's apartment complexes, and it's more common to see like different cars there. That's always a huge thing. But if there's not a lot of apartment complexes, you know, sometimes the main streets where the shops are in the evening, at night, if it doesn't have a sign where you can't park there, like where I was over in Lakeport, you could park on the main streets. You could park just about anywhere. I had eyeballed a residential area, but I was like, I don't know. So I just went on like one of their main strips, and that's where I parked. But it had, you couldn't park there over 2 hours from, I think it was like 7 in the morning till 6 p.m. So after 6 p.m. I was free to just park there, and I probably parked there might have been about 8:30, where I just went and got my parking spot and put all my curtains and everything, and then just relaxed, charged my phone with the Bluetti, which, by the way, if you guys are curious, what I used the Bluetti for was just to charge my phone. Like I didn't use the rice cooker or anything else with it. And I would get down to no less than like 30% battery on my phone, and then I would top it off sometimes to like 80-90% or 100% on my phone, and I would only use 1 to 2% of the Bluetti battery. So that was really good. You know, in my guesstimation calculation, I could probably do, I don't know, 50 charges, 50 top off, not from complete dead battery of my cell phone, but like I could probably do a month to a month and a half of just charging my phone and not have to worry about charging the Bluetti. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So yeah, if you guys were curious about that, it took like 1 to 2% of the Bluetti battery to just top off my cell phone. And then, you know, I was obviously still making videos and posting and filming and doing all that. So I was using my cell phone like I usually do. Well, maybe not as much, just because I was more aware, like I can't just go to the house and plug it in, right? So I was a little bit more careful, but I was still, you know, filming and doing, using, watching YouTube. All right, and miscellaneous was $66. And that basically was for showers. For showers, and then I bought the, what was that, 3-compartment cargo storage thing that you guys saw in the video. That was, I think, like $9 or something like that. But the rest of it was basically showers. Showers is what I ended up paying for at Trick Stops. And my gosh, they are so expensive now. I remember them being like from free because you know, we would get rack up points at the Trick Stop, and then, you know, every once in a while it would be free, but it would be around $10 to $12, and now it's like $16, $18. Sometimes you might find it a little less, but my God, it's almost like $20. That is ridiculous. But you gotta get a shower, or I do. I prefer a shower than the sponge bath or the baby wipes or whatever. So I mean, I did that a few showers. And then, you know, other than that, I didn't really spend much more than that. It was a total of $653 for that road trip, you guys. Like, almost $700, right? But it was well worth it. I took care of what I needed to take care of and still had a nice road trip and got to see a couple of you beautiful ladies out there that I've been wanting to meet for a while. So that was like a win-win-win with this road trip. I was pleasantly surprised also of the great fuel mileage I got. Almost 27 miles per gallon, like average for that whole 3,200 miles almost. That was surprising. That was awesome. And, you know, in town I get about 18 point something, sometimes 19. So I was like, man, this is going to cost me an arm and a leg to go out there and come back. But yeah, I was shocked how great it did. Almost 27 miles per gallon. That was awesome. That was nice. I was shocked and very happy about it. But yeah, you guys. And then at the end of the month, I will do another video stating like the whole shebang, probably breaking it down, like what my typical monthly expenses, and then in addition, you know, the $653 extra that I spent for this road trip. So it was about almost a week and a half that I ended up on this road trip, you know, kind of going back and forth and doing what I need to do, just under a week and a half. And it was a lot of driving. Oh my God. It was too much driving, but I was just thinking like, geez, I spent $520 on gas. Like, oh. But at the same time, you guys, for over a week, almost a week and a half of this trip that I took, like plane tickets, hotel rooms, car rentals, like that would have been, just that alone, not even including food, that alone would have been way more than the 520 that I spent. Tickets, round trip tickets, are going to be several $100s. Plus car rental. Every day you need a car, it's going to be, you know, probably close to like $50. And then the gas, and then, you know, just, I think I actually saved money by taking the van. So plus I got to go wherever I wanted, and I got to visit Cindy and Robin. So yeah, you know, I could detour and go as fast or as slow as I want. I didn't have to be like anywhere at any specific time. So it was kind of more of a chill trip, and you know, I still made a good trip out of it. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I don't think for $653 that I spent that week and a half, I would have been able to, if I actually purchased tickets, got hotel rooms, probably ended up buying more food out or spending more on food, and like I wouldn't be able to bring all the food that I actually brought with me, all that kind of stuff. So like looking back, I think I even saved by just driving and doing what I had to do. So anyway, you guys, yeah, I just wanted to share that. So I spent quite a bit of money, but at the same time, I saved a lot. I got the things that I needed to take care of, plus I got a little vacation out of it and got to meet some wonderful ladies at the same time. So that was like I said, a win, 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 however many wins. All right, talk to you later. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for watching Dia's Frugal Life. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe for more future videos. You can also join and be part of our coffee club. We would love to have you. Thanks for all the love and support.